First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
Are you ready for our wanted Crime Stoppers, Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers wanted person of the week? We'll tell you that each week we reach out to authorities and Crime Stoppers, and we come up with one person that is very much wanted by police that we put the spotlight on, and hopes that police can make some ground and some headway in their investigation. And if you go to our website right now, WIBX950.com, our Crime Stoppers Wanted Person of the Week is up there. Utica PD is asking for the public's help in finding a man who was wanted in regards to a murder investigation, and they're using Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers Person of the Week to help. They're looking for Charles C. Phillips, who is from Utica, 26-year-old. He is a black male. According to Utica Police, Charles C. Phillips was wanted by UPD on charges of murder in the second degree. Police say Phillips is also wanted by the Department of Corrections and Community Supervision. Charles Phillips is wanted for murder in connection with the shooting death, if you'll recall this, of 17-year-old Jazir Johnson, according to police. Mm-hmm. Johnson was killed, you remember this story, from last year. On or about December 14th of last year, on the 1400 block of City Street in Utica. Phillips is also wanted by the Department of Corrections. He was on parole. If you have any information about Phillips, contact Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers, and you can place a 100% anonymous tip several ways. You can do it by clicking to submit the tip directly at their on their website. You can. And there's a link to it on our website. Or you can call here's the number, if you would like to offer an anonymous tip, and it is completely anonymous, 1-866-730-8477. Or you can go through the website and download the Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers app. Crime Stoppers ask that you do not submit tips through Facebook or Facebook Messenger. All tips must go through the tip lines. In this case, being a murder investigation, the tip would be a sizable. I'm sorry, the reward would be somewhat sizable. So that's pretty good. There's a photo of this man on our website, and I mean, I say man, we're still talking about a 26-year-old that is wanted in a murder investigation, right? Terrible.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. You can go to the website WIBX950.com for details. The Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers Wanted Person of the Week.
I remember this story, and I talked to Utica Police after it happened. I believe the young man who was shot, he was 17, Jazir Johnson. I believe his sister was involved in some type of an altercation, and the way it was said to me, was intervened on her behalf. And it didn't go over well, and shots were fired.
This seems to be the way things are going today, where what used to end up in a fist fight, mm-hmm. and really literally something like this type of altercation almost always would end up in a fist fight. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, people would get injured, and sometimes in a fist fight, people are severely injured. Mm-hmm. But it's not like going to guns, and it seems to be the go-to right now is going to shooting somebody, and it's really unbelievable. From Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers, Ed Schmidt is on the line right now. Ed, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So very easy for people to submit a tip on this, and this is one of those. This is a big one because people know people, and as I've spoken with some people in that the neighborhood of East Utica and that part of Utica, you don't want to be caught talking with police. So Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers gives you the opportunity to be able to put to send in a tip, to give police some information on the whereabouts of this person without putting yourself in any danger.
That is so true. Really, one of the biggest assets of the program is it is completely anonymous. And also, there is a cash reward incentive if the information provided is solid, leads to an arrest.
Can you also talk about the fact that how there's a sliding scale on the reward? Obviously, it's a minor crime versus a higher reward for something that is a serious crime, such as murder, like this case.
Right. Yes, it does depend on the severity of the crime, and that's why we have our board of directors, so to speak, that meets on a monthly basis, or more frequently if necessary, and just reviews the criteria that applies to each type of case, each crime specifically.
Yeah,
and that is there's actually a guide that we can follow. It's basically a national standard from Crime Stoppers USA.
All right, Ed. The story is up on our website. There's a photo of this man and a young man at 26 years old. And if anybody has any information, there are links in the story that will take you right to Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers and allow you to submit information. Ed, we appreciate it and appreciate what you do with Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers.
Thank you. We appreciate you guys also.
All right. Of course, it makes communities safer. And it's the one thing you bring up all the time is that, kids are shooting up kids. At this point, even if you're fearing retribution, there comes a certain point where you got to stand up for the children in your neighborhood.
Correct.
Right?
Completely.
Doesn't this is, and as Ann said, it's, the kids weren't the ones being shot up. It was, and even the women weren't being shot in those, call them what you want, the romantic days of the mob, which really weren't. But this is just different. This is terrible. What we're seeing happen in parts of Utica right now. Andrew.
Well, and even it's not just exclusive to Utica. I mean, the fact that the story that we have on our website right now about the illegal handgun that was most recently taken off the street, that it was a 16-year-old who was a missing person out of the state of Florida. Can you imagine, whatever reason you are in New York State, whatever reason you have for being in New York State as a 16-year-old, to the point where you're missing from your home state,
yeah,
and you're up here in Utica doing whatever, allegedly found to be in possession of a ghost gun. I mean, it's just, I can't even imagine myself at 16 being in that position.
Yeah, it's crazy. Really is just crazy. So go to the website, check it out, WIBX950.com, and you'll see it right up there.